Echoes is finally available for every single person that want to hop on in. And today I am back with another Wayfinder guide. And of course, this is a updated guide for Echoes itself, the single player version of Wayfinder. And today we're going to discuss everything you need to know to start off with player housing and what you need to do, how to unlock it, how to get items, and of course, how to decorate to your heart content, because there was a lot to this anymore, so with it originally being an MMO. And let's just go ahead and jump right into this and discuss everything you need to know about housing and Wayfinder Echoes. So when it comes to housing, there are a few things we need to go ahead and do before we can actually start moving in. Obviously, the fourth thing we need to do is keep doing the main storyline, at least you get up to the quest from Lore Hill, where you go ahead and you will take on one of the very first bosses with the blue muddle. And once you complete that hunt and return to him, you will go ahead and get a quest that is called Somewhere to Call Home. This is a side quest that you're going to be able to get from him once the blue muddle is dead. That will actually allow you to unlock your apartment. So once you have your hands on the quest, we need to go ahead and head and talk to an NPC by the name of Ruby. That will be located in Skylight. It will be near the very top where you actually leave to go down to the Highlands. And she will be on the right side of the map. And of course, you can go ahead and find her right over here on, once again, the bottom. I guess technically right, it'd be coming up in the main area of Skylight, but left on the map. But nonetheless, once we go ahead and talk to Ruby here, we're going to go ahead, turn the quest in. And from here, we need to go ahead and just go through the cutscene. And once that is done, Ruby will go ahead and give us some brand new items that we can go ahead and not only get from her, but we can also unlock any more items from her directly. And when it comes to getting more items like that outside the ones she's going to go ahead and give you, get a lot of them. You get a lot of stuff for free for your house just from starting here. But we're going to go ahead and talk to Ruby again. And we got ourselves two options here. Technically three, where of course we can sell house items if you want, which we will go more into that in a moment. But for the beginning part here, we do have a buy house item. These will just straight up cost you just the normal gold currency that you can go ahead and just buy outright. As you can see, most of it is super cheap, 100, 200 go at best, but you know, nothing too insane here. And then on top of that, not only can you buy items, you can go ahead and make you some as well with crafting house items. The items are going to require you to have a certain ingredient. Like you can see, most of it does require a certain shards, as well as money, and a basic recipe that you can go ahead and get through mini means. Might it be fighting enemy bosses, doing stuff in, I believe, the battle pass stuff as well. But nonetheless, you will go ahead and look up how to farm each of the items if you have no idea where to find them. But nonetheless, I will have a video coming soon about this type of stuff. But nonetheless, once you have all the items that you require for that item, you can go ahead and just buy it outright. And that thing you know, you have this unlocked in your house ready to go, such as this little like cupboard. So let's go ahead and hold down the button and buy that, and that will go ahead and be added to our inventory of items. So once you go ahead do what you're gonna do here, let's go ahead and go to our house. And when it comes to the location of our house, we're gonna go ahead and find this in the Wolf house. I think it's called Wolf Den, I believe what it's called. Either way, where Commander Wolf is. And of course, you can go ahead and find this down in Skylight as well. That one will be a little bit closer to the main gate, and where Omen is right over here on the right side of the map. So from here, we're going to go ahead and head on up the stairs, and we will find our asset point to our house right here at the door. So let's just go ahead and head on in. So to start off, we do have a smaller little apartment here. And from my understanding, I believe, let me know in the comment if I'm off on that, but from my understanding, I'm pretty sure we will get house upgrade as you continue through the game and continuing doing side missions. But nonetheless, for the starting off point, we do have a little tiny house here. With this is pretty much the same type of house we had in when it was an MMO, and still is here. But nonetheless, when it comes to actually editing our house itself, if you're playing with a controller, you can go ahead and put down the white stick. And if you are playing on mouse and keyboard, you can go ahead and hit T on your keyboard, which will bring up our grid system. And from here, we can go ahead and do a couple things. We can move the camera with the left stick. Right stick will rotate. R1 will bring the camera up. L1 or a left bumper, depending on what controller you're using, will take you down. And of course, by pushing down R3 or T, it will go ahead and kick you back out into the game itself. But nonetheless, when it comes to actually putting the item down with a controller, you can go ahead and hit Y. If you're on mouse and keyboard, you will go ahead and open it up by clicking down your mouse wheel. And then from here, you will go ahead and have a breakdown of all the items you have and how many of that item you have in your inventory. And there are a few categories to look at here. First of all, we got our decor. That will be mainly furniture, how, as you can see, like table, chairs, that type of thing. We also have a sub-menu here that we can go ahead and look for lighting, as well as like little decorations such as cups and plates. And then we have our items that we can go ahead and put on our wall. And then we have artifacts. Artifacts are items that you will find by taking part in dungeons, as well as taking on bosses. And these will go ahead and usually give you like little bonuses that you can go ahead and put down in your house to get random stuff like extra experience, or in the case of what I have here, extra 100 HP. And we will come back to that in a moment. And then we have, of course, trophies. These are also items that will go ahead and give you bonuses as well as some of these also, in the case of that one I have here, is going to give us a skeleton key every 24 hours. So should know the timer stuff still exists in it for some of the trophy and artifact stuff. And then we have our pets that we can go ahead and put in our house as well. So let's just go ahead and let's put down a bit table here. So we can go ahead and select it. And from here, we will go ahead get us a grid system. And of course, we can go ahead and rotate as we see fit to put the items or wherever we want to put it. And of course, you can still move around the camera and or whatnot. But let's go ahead and say you're trying to put down an item, and the item itself, like not exactly working to the way you want, because you want to be any more detailed with the grid system. To start off, we do start off with a rotation of 90% and a grid shape of 25U. You can go ahead and change it, so you can go ahead and get any more into location or very specific location that you want to do when it comes to putting down your item. And to modify this on a controller, you can go ahead and hit left on the D-pad to go between different scaling options, as well as right to go ahead and change the rotation. So once again, you do start off at 90, but you can go ahead and get this as much as literally one at a time. And of course, to do that with mouse and keyboard, you are looking at F for a grid shape and R for rotation. But when coming to the house stuff, there is something to keep in mind here, which you will note at the very top right. We do have an item limit of 500 items and 50 light. So once we go ahead and put this down, it will go ahead and take up one space. So that is pretty much the very top of how you judge how much you actually have and how many more things you can go ahead and put down. But at the time of that video, Elite, there was a decent amount, so you should have no issue decorating your house to your heart content. But we do have some house settings that we can go ahead and head into. And from here, if we have any artifact down, we can go ahead and see what the artifacts are. And of course, you can have up to 10 artifacts in your house at any given time. So this is a good way to keep track of what ones you have, what the timers on them, and a couple other little things like what you're going to be getting. And of course, our other option we have here by going into the setting is, of course, reset layer, which will go ahead and just completely remove everything from your house to give you a 100% from the ground up refresh, so you can go ahead and decorate to your heart content if something is not to your liking. So let's go ahead and discuss some of the other ways you can get house items. And we always discussed the whole movie buying and crafting items. But when it comes to getting your hands on any more house items, there are a few ways we can do this. So let's just go ahead and discuss one very quickly here, which is, of course, your reward tower or the battle pass system for this game. Is, of course, you can also still get items here from the battle pass that you can unlock by just playing the game, you know, doing dungeon, taking on bosses, doing whatever you're going to do to get you some currency that will go ahead and unlock items in your battle tower, and you can go ahead and get some items this way. You can also get items by taking on dungeon activities as well here. So these will, of course, be random drop from enemy and bosses as well. And also the artifacts itself can come from the main bosses of the game or hunt. So a pet could be doing some dungeons, and you will go ahead and find some stuff there as well for you, as well as receiving a drop from enemies that you can go ahead and take part in an open area, such as the Highland, as well as the new snow zone as well. So defeat enemy, once again, have a chance for a drop. And there you have it, though, everything you need to know to get you started in housing in a Wayfinder. Of course, once again, we do have bigger houses coming later on that you can go ahead and get. And I will go ahead and have a video on that here soon. So make sure you do thumbs up, subscribe, hit all the bells so you don't miss out on any more Wayfinder guides, news, and how-tos here on the channel. So do all that. And also, like always, I do want to give a giant thank you to everybody that is supporting over on twitch.tv/Maconn for subscribing there, hitting that wonderful join button here on YouTube to hit that membership, and of course everyone over on patreon.com/Maconn. Thank you, my dudes. And with that, I will go ahead and see you in the comments.